Alrighty, killing the Smasher. Just before we begin this video, just to note, many Smashers were harmed in the making of this video. If you own a Smasher, perhaps you would like to look away now. I'm about to drive a Tier 6 Heavy and club the Smasher. And the topic of the video is all about how to deal with that damn tank. And as said in previous videos, we all know what it can do, we all know how broken it is, and we all know how badly it needs a nerf, and how it's currently in the processes of just wrecking Tier 6, 7 and 8. And we've all seen post the latest drop of crates, even more of the damn things in every single flaming battle that we're playing at these tiers. So, you know, let's carry on with the campaign to get it nerfed. I don't want to remove from the game, just do something sensible with it. Now, for all of that, you can deal with them. It's like any tank. It may be ridiculously OP, but there is a variation in the way it is played in the player base. So on one level, a Smasher can be played just as badly as any other tank, and in the wrong hands, it's still OP. I mean, you can still get one-shotted by a 42% player, but at the end of the day, it is possible to get past them. Now, I would think the first thing to say is lesson 1, drive a heavy tank, drive something that can take a bit of abuse, even if the damn thing hits you. Something like an ARL, which has got massive tracks. The tracks can eat one hell of a lot of HE, and that helps. So rather than drive a T71 or an SP1C where you can be one-shotted, if you get smacked by a Smasher in this, it's not half as bad. All right. I mean, first off, don't get shot, but if you must, drive something that will eat a bit of damage. And the ARL-44 is particularly good at eating damage off of Smashers. It really is. Like I said, it's the tracks. They eat flaming damage from Smashers, and I'll show you that in one of these games. The second thing is you need to deal with the goddamn Smasher either early or late in the game, and I'll show you that in this series of videos as well. So, put simply, either tunnel the damn thing out the game early, and I mean focus fire and tunnel it. Like, make it your job to focus fire and tunnel the Smasher. Like, get it out early before it can do damage. That's preferable. If you can't do that, leave it till last. Because at the end of the day, if you're in a position where you've got a one-on-one with the damn thing, there are ways of outsmarting it. And on top of that, if there's more than one of you, let's face it, it can only shoot one. I mean, that's it. It may well lay down a truckload of damage, but in the end, it can only get one of you, and the other one can clear it. So as you can see in this game, me and my compadre, the Le Français Ravière, apologies to everyone in France for my pronunciation, by the way, have pretty much just gone heavy route. We're playing MNT platoon for a number of games today. They just kept popping up where we kept popping up. Our TDs have come to support, and it's actually gone from what was a really poor situation to a kind of reasonable carry. And here we have what remains, the Smasher. So like I said, do it early or late. Don't get involved with it at any other time, either in this circumstance or if you can hold it and pin it and tunnel it early in the game. So the Smasher has many things going for it, but one of the things it doesn't have, it does have it, and it's not awful by any means, and again, slightly better than it should be in my opinion, does not have good view range. A bit like if you're playing KV2s at Tier 6, it's not blind by any means, but it really doesn't have the best of view ranges, and on top, in order to land its huge amount of damage on you, it still has to aim. And again, the aiming on the damn thing needs a nerf. It needs to be close to the KV2 in terms of the radical. But for all of that, it does take a little while to aim it up, and I've noticed that they do take a while to aim the shots. And if it does miss you, it's a fairly long reload, not as long as it should be, but fairly long. So like I said, if there's two of you, let him shoot the other guy. I'm not being awful about it. Let him shoot the other guy, and once you know he's on the reload, you can clear him. So you can do them on effectively waiting for them to dump their damage, counting to around about 14, and dumping 2 shots in, as in that scenario. And you can also do them even in a heavy. If you're clever and you're using the terrain on the map, you could do it on. You could literally do it on view range. If you're in a light tank, it's about the only goddamn chance you're ever going to have is to use camo and view range. Tip number 2, and I've alluded to it already, is to tunnel the damn things. And let's face it, my strong belief is that anyone driving a Smasher deserves fully to be tunnelled without remorse. And if you're going to watch this game, I'm going to show you a classic piece of tunnelling. And what my tunnelling will do, I mean, this is old school bridge, isn't it? You've seen a number of games where I go the other way. I can play this way as well, and I'm equally comfortable going either way on this map. But what I'm going to do in this game is wait around, and I know there's some big guns up there, and I'm pretty damn sure that the Smasher will come out just on the other side of that hut. And there he is, in his native territory, expecting to dump damage and one-shot things and all the rest of it. I'm just sat here going, right, none of that, my friend. I'm going to keep you tunnelled in that corner all game. You're not going to do any effective damage whatsoever. Looking at my team, I'm literally going to make it my mission to tunnel your ass for the entire game so that you can do nothing, to the extent that I'm literally blind shotting that bush and putting damage into him, tracking him in place, annoying him, making him think twice about pulling out, and every time he pulls out, he's going to get a whack off my ARL. I'm also pulling back into hard cover. This is an opportunist shot, by the way, I might as well take it. I'm going to pull back into hard cover. I'm frickin' well going to count to 9 so I can get my camo rating reset. I'm going to pull out again, and I'm going to tap him up again. And he must just be, you can be sat there in the most OP tank in the universe, and if you've got a little tosser like me, tunneling you, shooting your tracks, worrying you, there you go, every time he pulls out, he's getting one off me, and as a consequence, he's doing nothing. He's killed nothing, he's done nothing all game, except sat there and got tunnelled. That's it. So focus the buggers. They deserve it. Focus them. Give them a hard time. Don't let them get shots on you. Use your camo. Use hard cover. And just give them a flaming hard time. That you don't have to rush the damn things. You've got a more accurate gun in an ARL. You've got decent pen. You've got reasonable armour even if he slams one into the tracks. And you've got decent view range, so you can just play them at distance. You don't have to YOLO Smashers. You can literally bore them to death, and they're just sat there going, oh, this isn't how it's meant to go. I'm meant to be parading around the... Oh, by the way, bit of salt from the VK. Everyone loves WoW. Everywhere we go, they love us. They give us the love. Yeah, baby. I love it when they do that. It just makes me chuckle. It's like, right to the WoW complaints department, dude. We really don't care. And there you go, we've got a JG left. And this has been an easy win. They've got the most OP tank in the game on their team. And done nothing, man. Done nothing. I won't do much for his stat padding average damage, will it? Ha ha! Anyway, there you go. So that's tip number 2. Play them at distance. Focus further buggers. Tunnel them. You look at the Smasher over distance there. I wasn't firing... APCR at him at all. I was just basically firing AP into his hull. Now, final game is on Camp Rail, and yet again there is a Smasher. Are you getting the recurring theme of this video? Every single flaming game I have played at this tier today has had 1, 2 or 3 Smashers minimum. Less so the Tankenstein today. I guess all the noobs got the Tankenstein in the crates and did all of that, and they were all over the place, and then decided, oh, wait on, this tank's a little bit hard, bit of a long reload, I don't know, it's not as OP as it should be, I'm not going to play anymore. So that's good. The Tankenstein seems to have gone back into the shadows, which is a bit of a result. Maybe I just got lucky today. As usual, we're bottom tier, there's a Smasher, you're getting the recurring theme, boys and girls. So we're going to go up left on Camp Rail. The reason I've gone up left on camp rail is I don't fancy going right, because looking at the enemy's team composition, you've got an SG-100Y, you've got a KV-2, a KV-1S and a smasher. So all of those things are going to wreck you. And there you go, I focused a little twat already. He's hit me back. And now do you take my point about the tracks on an ARL? He's hit me back for 230 and I'm sat there going, it's nearly a reasonable trade. It's not a great trade. The ARL hits out 200, he's hit me for 232. But whatever. We've traded, it's been fairly even, and on top he's wasted a shot on me. And that's just fine and dandy. And I can sit here, basically, in this bush, pumping damage down into the opposition. Now, I kind of do want to tunnel the smasher, but that's not on at the moment. So what I will do is just sit here and help with the KV-1S. I can also help the guys behind me if we get pushed round the map by the damn thing. And I'm watching it. You can see the corner of the screen. I'm literally watching that damn thing the whole game, because I don't want to get shot by it. I want to know where it is the entire damn time. And there it is. The inevitable push has come from his platoon mate in an FV, which is actually, it's not OP, but it's, if you're top tier in a smasher and that thing, you should be expecting to win, if I'm totally and utterly honest. But these guys are not, you can see they're not playing in tune, so you know it helps that they could have played better, to be honest. So the FV's going to come across. I'm going to see if I can get one into him. He's gone, and then our SP is going to get basically pushed by this sentinel, and I could put fire into him. And basically I'm looking at it now and I'm just going, right, well, in this scenario we've just left it till last, haven't we? Basically we've made a conscious decision not to deal with the damn thing. It can sit there in the middle as much as it likes, not really doing anything particularly effective, and we'll get to it at the end. And again, you know, smashers are going to be harmed again in the making of this video, because basically we're going, nothing gives me, what's the description, more pleasure than to blow a turret off one of these things, and that's exactly what I set out to do. So again, point being, unless you go one by one, which is just stupid, yeah, it can smash an SP1C. That's what it does. Poor kid in SP1C. Really good game, by the way. Thanks, buddy. But once it's fired, look, game over for it. Look, there you go. Look, come on, splash me in the tracks. There you are, dude. No worries at all. Right, okay, next one. Good night. All over. So they are killable. You just got to kind of follow the principles. Get them on view range. Drive stuff which we HE in tracks. Leave it to the end, or take it at the beginning. Focus fire the little twats. Get them out, and there you go. Tier 6 tank, smasher, no problem. See ya.